Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Sunday, 21st of July 2024. This day is celebrated as a Guru Purnima. Hindus, Jainas, and Buddhists all participate in the holiday celebrations in India, Nepal, and Bhutan. Starting the newspaper analyst with the news for the Hindu states that NEET UG 2024 results. 37 of the 50 top scoring NEET centers are clustered in Rajasthan's Sikar district. The CBI is already investigating paper leak cases in Bihar, Delhi, Haryana, and Maharashtra, and high-scoring clusters have been observed in several of these areas. Petitioners demand CBI probe be extended to centers in state with large clusters of high-scoring candidates. Centers in Rajkot, Ahmedabad, Rewari, Mahendragarh have usual numbers of high scores. An analysis of NEET UG 2024 results shows that many students scoring high marks were clustered in particular centers located in certain states or states. The National Testing Agency published the undergraduate medical entrance examination scores of 23,33,162 student candidates on Saturday after the Supreme Court directed that the data be made by public. Army Chief Upendra Dwivedi attends high-level security meet in Jammu amid heightened militancy. Militants have increased their footsteps and stepped up attacks on security forces, especially the army in the Jammu division this year. Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi joined top security officials in Jammu on Saturday and to check out a counter strategy in response to the increased attacks by militants who are holed up in the Tivan valleys, the Pir Panchal Valley, and the Chenab Valley of the Jammu division. India evacuated students from Bangladesh. The United States says situation extremely violent and unpredictable. Indian students who study in Bangladesh in a bus upon their arrival at Akhara, a checkpost of the India-Bangladesh border in Tripura on Saturday, following protests against the government job quotas in Bangladesh. The evacuation is part of security measures that Indian officials in the High Commission in Dhaka and in the Assistant High Commission are taking to ensure the safety of around 8,000 Indian students. Since the beginning of the clashes between the students and security forces in Bangladesh, India has evacuated 978 nationals who are studying in the various institutions in Bangladesh, the Ministry of External Affairs said. According to the Hindustan Times newspaper states that India Bhutan have approved 61 projects worth rupees 4,958 crore. New Delhi, India and Bhutan have approved 61 projects worth rupees 4,958 crore to be implemented during the Himalayan country's 13th five-year plan, for which New Delhi is providing rupees 10,000 crore as development support. Indoor weather and air quality index today warm start at 24.1 degrees Celsius. Check weather forecast for July 21st, 2024. The temperature in Indore today on July 21st, 2024 is 28.18 degrees Celsius. The day's forecast indicates a minimum and maximum temperature of 24.1 degrees Celsius and 29.59 degrees Celsius respectively. The relative humidity is 77% and the wind speed is 77 km per hour. The sun rose at 5:53 a.m. and will set with 7:12 p.m. tomorrow on Monday, July 22nd, 2024. Indore is predicted to experience a minimum and maximum temperature of 23.5 degree and 26.96 degrees Celsius respectively. Tomorrow, humidity levels will be 92%. UPSC G20 Sherpa raises concern over the misuse of the reservation of officials. Former chairman of Niti Aayog and current G20 Sherpa Amitabh Kant. Several cases of fraud through UPSC for entry to the top civil service are being alleged. All three cases must be fully investigated and the sternest action taken. Khan, who is also former chairman of Niti Aayog, posted on X. His statement comes following allegations against Maharashtra cadre IAS officer Pooja Khedhakar, who allegedly used a fake disability and other backward class OBC certificates to gain an unfair advantage in the UPSC selections, leading to her appointment as an IAS officer. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, chip dreamers as Type B takes a short step forward. Delhi assures a smooth long road. In the partnership announced with the Tata Electronics Private Limited (TEPL), the Taiwanese company is not contributing equity and restricts its exposure to providing technological expertise on a licensing basis. Hsinchu Science Park, the hub of chip making in Taiwan. From the banking and finance point of view, HDFC Bank Q1 net up 35%, interest income surges 26%. Net interest income NII, which is interest earned less interest expended, grew by 26.4% to rupees 29,840 crore in Q1 financial year 2025 as against rupees 23,600 crore in the same quarter of the last fiscal. The country's largest private sector lender, HDFC Bank, reported as a 35% jump in its stand-alone profit after tax PAT at rupees 16,174.75 crore in the quarter ended June 30 compared to rupees 11,951.77 crore in the year ago. In the report, quarter operating expenses increased by the 18.2% to rupees 16,620 crore as against rupees 14,060 crore during the corresponding quarter of the previous year. The cost to income ratio for the quarter was 41%, the bank said. In a recent address to shareholders, the bank's managing director and chief executive officer, Sashidhar Jagdishan, said the lender would grow its advances at a slower pace than the deposits, as it focused on bringing down its credit to deposit ratio to the levels prior to the merger with the HDFC Limited. Geotensions, food insecurity, driving fragmentation of agri-trade, domestic presence, key Rubens Marcus. Rubens Marcus, head of the South and Southeast Asia at LDC, shares his insights on the rapidly evolving landscape of agricultural trade. The company's operations in the country include trading in the grains, oilseeds, cotton, sugar, and rice. Additionally, LDC has a coffee milling facility in the Kushalangar, Karnataka, and an edible oil refinery in the Kandala, Gujarat. Now going towards the world news, including Trump campaign releases letter on his injury treatment after the last week's assassination attempt. Indonesian women assert themselves with the martial arts as gender-based violence remains a challenge. Elon Musk shares artificial intelligence-generated videos sparking online debate. 12-year-old girl accused of smothering her 8-year-old cousin over iPhone. 35 Democrats call on Biden to withdraw from a re-election bid. Bangladesh announces public holiday after the shoot on site curfew. Here is what happened today. Now going to the science and tech, we have CrowdStrike, a digital storm. The United States-based company says a defect found in a content update of Falcon. Its security platform was what caused the global digital outage. Yesterday, CrowdStrike released up an update that began impacting IT systems globally. We are aware of this issue and are working closely with the CrowdStrike and across the industry to provide customers technical guidance and support to safely bring their systems back online. Posted Microsoft to CEO Satya Nadella on X on July 19. Apex pollution body battles and multiple assaults on the plastic waste trading scheme. The Central Pollution Control Board has begun a national audit of about 800 plastic waste recyclers. It has also filed a complaint with the Delhi police against unknown hackers for having illegally stolen several thousand EPR credits. Official says many issues were a result of teething issues because this was the first full year since the scheme was implemented. The Central Pollution Control Board has begun a national audit of about 800 plastic waste recyclers across the country. Once again, the Hindu has learned after it emerged that 4 firms in Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Gujarat had issued nearly 6 lakh fake certificates under the Extended Producer Responsibility (EPR) program. The EPR scheme mandates businesses that use plastic packaging material to recycle a certain percentage of the plastic used in the previous 2 years. On the July 14, the Hindu had carried a report on the issue and on the chances of many more fake certificates having been generated. Rise and shine, morning sunlight, and your well-being. A pattern of earlier sleep timing is associated with the low risk of major depressive disorder. We humans are affected by the cycle of light and darkness that occurs every day. Our bodies have a 24-hour circadian rhythm that is translated into the psychological process such as hormone secretion, which in turn drive our actions to stay in the synchrony with the environment and therefore to perform the right activities that at the right time. Light serves as an alarm clock. This light synchronization phototrainment happens in the brain by light signals coming from the eye. Nipah infection confirmed in the 14-year-old boy in Kerala, says Health Minister Veena George. Veena George said the Pune NIV, National Institute of Virology, has confirmed the infection in the boy, who is currently under treatment at a private hospital. Kerala Health Minister Veena George on July 20 confirmed Nipah infection in a 14-year-old boy from Malappuram district. Union Health Ministry contests international study that points to 11.9 lakh excess deaths in India in 2020, calls it gross and misleading or estimate. While the recent research paper says that there were 11.9 excess deaths in India in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the country's health ministry has contested this figure. Research paper published in the journal Science Advances also found that the life expectancy in the women fell by 3.1 years, while it fell by 2.1 years in men. The ministry, in a statement, however, said there were critical flaws in the methodology of the study. Even as the data from the international study may emerge, estimating that 11.919 lakh excess deaths occurred in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic in India, and that life expectancy among the Indian men and women fell. The Union Health Ministry on Saturday, July 20, 2024, issued a statement contesting these findings and stating that they were based on untenable and unacceptable estimates. At last, there is a famous quotation said by a famous scientist, Albert Einstein, whose birth anniversary is 14 March 1879 up to 18 April 1955. Was a German-born theoretical physicist who is widely held as one of the most influential scientists, best known for developing the theory of relativity. Einstein also made an important contribution to quantum mechanics. His mass-energy equivalence formula, E is equal to m², which arises from relativity theory, has been called the world's most famous equation. He received the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics for his services to theoretical physics and especially for his discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect, a pivotal step in the development of quantum theory. His intellectual achievements and originality have made the word Einstein broadly synonymous with the genius. Einstein says a famous quotation. He says that the eternity is incomprehensible thing. The eternally incomprehensible thing about the world is its comprehensibility. Mr. Einstein also says that the world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Okay, thank you.